it's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nasville Caveman podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function, like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane, and you won't be food for my lunch. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the stress for days for learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arm that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Hey, just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out. Let's go and educate on the backside. Folk that I act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my fella. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome to the Nasville Caveman podcast. Man, our second to last show of the year, man.
Man, that's crazy. It's getting there.
This year has flew by. I'm telling y'all, man, this is our best day of the week. Tuesday, as always. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleashed, man, representing, man, from Nashville. And over here, it's a good friend of mine that I consider like a brother, and I'm going to roll out the red carpet because the floor is now yours.
Well, we want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to everybody that's coming up. Congratulations on making it to the end of the year, and it's even be blessed when the ball drops to the guitar, wherever you're watching it from, to see another year. Could you have believed that in 2000, the year 2000, what 2026 would look like? Like that's just, I can't believe 26 years has gone by that fast. That is crazy. But y'all, thank y'all for joining tonight. You know, the radio station will be on, but this Tuesday, next Tuesday, I know everybody want to celebrate the holidays, so new music and all that stuff will come after the first. But the station will be on, so it'll just, you know, repeat things. And if you want to listen, that is fine. But as far as programming the shows and having, you know, D-Bling Radio tonight and Elite Radio One Thursdays, we're going to bring it back after the year. We want everybody to go home, celebrate the holidays, be with their families, all that good stuff. You know how that works. So I just want to say thanks to everybody who has supported this channel, who has supported my wrestling career, who has just been there for us. And thank y'all for sharing, liking, who supported the radio station. So thank y'all so much. And then I want to just also thank Damo over here for allowing me to be on this journey for another year, because 2025 was a really good year, and I hope we have a good 2026, Damo.
Man, you know what? This show would not be what it is without me and you. You know what I'm saying? So this is a two-man team. You know, I couldn't have been paired with a better person. So I actually want to just give my flowers to you.
Thank you.
Everybody out there, man, just remember Christmas 2 days ago, and it's not really about the gifts.
No.
It's really about being around your family, because the only thing guaranteed in life is death, and your loved one is not guaranteed to be here long. You know, the next moment they're not guaranteed to be here.
Nope.
So don't forget that It's not about the gifts or what you receive. It's about being with family. And let me just say this too. Man, how many of us, all of us who are parents, that work our ass off every year to get our kids a gift, and then they play with that for 1 week, and then after that week, they want the next best thing. So the kids let you know it is not about the gifts. It is about being amongst family and worshiping God too. Even though he wasn't born in the winter, you know what I'm saying? But they celebrate the birth of him right now. So it's about his day also.
Absolutely. Yep. The present is now. You have the past, the present, the future. The gift is now. That is your present.
Yeah. Speaking of present, y'all see me dripped out in all blue. I got the blue in the background, man. We're actually having a funeral for the Indianapolis coach. It's the coach funeral. You know, we started off the year 8-2, and now we're 8-7. We done lost about 5 games straight, and we are proof that you can have all the talent in the world as a team. If your quarterback go down, your team going down.
Right.
You want Patrick Mahomes, another. He went down, his team went down. So the position of the quarterback is of vital importance. But yeah, I'm dripped out in blue because we're having a funeral. We went to the old folks' home and got somebody, man, you know what I'm saying, put their bones together, icy hot on them, and then said, come on out of retirement and help. You know, and he helped them lose the last 2 games. So,
but he looked good, though. He looked good. I mean, the defense tried their best, and I think where y'all lost the game was on the line of scrimmage. That 49ers offensive line was just dominating your defensive line because they looked much bigger. Even on TV, they looked much bigger than those 4 guys that y'all had out there. And boy, it was just a long day. But Phillip Rivers, the only problem I have with it is if you called him at the beginning of the season, that's fine. Do you know he was a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame next year? He was going to go first ballot. And then, you know, he has to wait another 5 years because he came out of retirement. So you gave up the 5 years Hall of Fame for 2 games. Because if they don't play him the other 2 games, 2 games now has made you wait another 5 years. That's crazy. Even if he plays the other 2 games, you know, 4 games has took you out of being in the Hall of Fame. Because like you just said, you ain't promised tomorrow. You ain't promised to live another 5 years. So if it was at the beginning, maybe I'd have took that gamble. But come on now.
But it's an incentive of him. You know, there is a pro for him doing that. Do you know that he was going to be his last year of being eligible for health coverage by the NFL was about to end? So by him playing them 2 games, he actually extended his coverage for another 5 years.
So I guess your health is worth more than the Hall of Fame. Okay, maybe that's a better trade-off. Maybe that is a better trade-off. Gotcha.
There was an incentive.
I wish him the best. So. I hope he makes it to Hall of Fame because he deserves to be there. I didn't know that till you said that. I was just looking at the optics like, man, come on, 2 or 4 games. Man, come on. But yeah. I guess I will give him my Hall of Fame to make sure my family is good. Yeah, gotcha.
As a matter of fact, I'll be coming out of retirement at 60 years old. You hear me? If I know that how well, get me back in, put me back in, coach. For some help. And speaking of, because, you know, that's going to make 2026 very interesting. The healthcare premiums about to skyrocket.
Right. So, well, they have to January 30th because that's what they said, that they would reopen the government. And come January 3rd, 2 things might happen. 1, the premiums might go up if they don't come to a deal. And 2, the government might shut down again if they don't come to a spending deal. So that's 2 different things, 2 different separate things. The premiums is one thing, and then the shutting down of the government if they don't come up with another spending or fiscal year budget, whatever they call it.
Whoa, it's about to be ugly this year. You know what I'm saying? But and next week, for the people that's watching, do us a favor. If y'all got one, you know, because me and Sky, I guess we're going to, I already got a Sky, a few, man, you're going to be like, damn, I remember that story. But I do got my favorite stories from 2026. Yo, so here's what me and Sky are going to do next week.
Yeah.
Next week, and we do this at the end of every year, we reflect on 3 each of our favorite stories from the year. So, Sky, by the weekend, by Friday, I'm going to share with you what all of mine are. I'm going to share with you my 3. For the viewers out there, if you're watching, if you have a favorite story that we talked about, inbox me or Sky and let us know what story that was so we can go ahead and talk about it, all right?
Absolutely.
So we can recap it. But I got mine. I was like, damn, I remember that. Because it seemed like some of this stuff was so far ago, but it actually happened this year. But it seemed like it was eons ago. So.
Well, what's up, Rod Dent? What's up, my guy? Hey, everything is good, brother. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Shout out to my Oracle and my Wise Man.
Most def, man. Y'all, we got some good stuff to talk about today, man. Sky, did you see that story that I sent you? With that dude that he went in the store to get him something to eat, and while he was in the store, this tow driver was fast. I've never seen somebody hook up a car this fast.
Yeah, because don't you got to get out, chain it up, do whatever, or then you just back it up and it automatically just hooks to the front of the car and you take off. I was confused on that.
I guess it depends on if it's front wheel, all wheel, or rear wheel drive. And so he knew that the kind of vehicle that it was, obviously. And I think what he did was he walked because, man, we're going to get into the story a little bit more in depth. But allegedly, he walked around the vehicle to make sure there was nobody else in the vehicle.
Gotcha.
And then he decided to come and tow. And so he towed the vehicle with a child inside, man, took off with that man's 4-year-old.
So did he know the child was inside or no?
Obviously he didn't.
He said he didn't, but if you're saying he walked around the car, was the window so tinted he didn't see the child?
That may have been either that or it was tinted and the child was laying down. So maybe the child was asleep and he couldn't tell that there was a child.
Well, if it's a big enough child that don't need a car seat or a booster seat, they could have just laid down in the back seat and take a nap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, if I was a betting man, I'm guessing that's what happened. But that's wild. And then, there was another story I didn't get to send you. But what else we going to talk about is this guy and this woman was shoplifting in a Walmart in Canton, Ohio. That's my neck of the woods. You know what I'm saying? Back door to Akron, Ohio. And when they took them in, they got the little holding room.
Trash can, what's up? Go ahead.
They got the little holding room. They took him back there. He pulled out a gun on the officers. And so we're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about these insurance premiums going up. At the beginning of the year, there's going to be cuts to Medicare and Medicaid. And so we're going to talk about that. Also, this woman said that a man broke her. But I want y'all to hear what she said, and then me and Sky, we're going to go ahead and give our 2 cents. And then last but not least, there was this woman that said the marriage is only for sex.
Gotcha.
So we're going to talk about that. But y'all know how we do. Before we go ahead and get into our topics.
Give me 1 second. So, because Trash Can has said something. Trash Can, I'm not on a camera phone or a mobile device. I am literally on my PC, my desktop. So I can't angle it down no further than what it is. So that's why you see all this behind me. If I was on my phone or device that I could angle down, I would Trash Can, but I can't. I'm literally on my PC with the camera at the very top. So I can't do it. Go ahead, Damon.
Man, you know what? First and foremost, your PC camera, the quality is way better than my laptop quality. My
and I'm surprised.
Like, it was made in the 60s. You hear me? You seen that UFO when they walked the moon? The quality of my camera is like that. I literally had to go get another camera to attach it to my
But you're on a laptop, right? Are you on a laptop?
Yeah, I'm on a laptop. But
that's what I'm
saying.
So if I was on a laptop, I could angle it down more, but I'm literally on a PC, a desktop, literally.
Oh,
right here. I can't move the camera. Yeah.
Yeah. And my seat down, I don't know how I can drop any lower. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I just gonna have to deal with it like this. You know, I don't know what to tell y'all, but hey,
Absolutely.
we got to go ahead and get into some music, and then we hear this some more crazy stories that we got for y'all. If y'all watching right now, if y'all could do us a huge favor, if y'all could take a second, if y'all could share the live, that really, really helps out me and Sky's algorithm, and we really, really appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? That'd be helping us out a whole lot. Thank you guys if you're watching from Facebook, YouTube on my end. And Sky, you are hooked up to who?
Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yeah, so Instagram, YouTube, Facebook on his end. All right, man. We'll be back in a minute, man. We're going to play 2 back-to-back songs, and then we'll be back with y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Dream secrets outside again. So addicted to you. I need your love. I just gotta have your Every night I have you on my mind. Think about the last time we stayed up all night. I need your affection, baby. Oh, I need your attention, baby. 'Cause I'm addicted to your
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it. Why are you acting like that? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be down with me. The thing to do is be down with B-Tip. You know what I'm saying? You hear Barney Rubber on the remix? You tripping. Let me tell him.
Tell me who you with. The team with the hits, beat tip in the mix. Nothing less than lit. Rev up, pitch the ball. Another home run. Cali day, basking in the sun. Dodger games, a whole lot of fun. You already knew this one of the one. Once again, ball out, continue the streak. Play the game fair, no need to cheat. By the way, for the record, I created this beat. For surely this one will get you out of your seat. Spins on DDJs and techniques. Looking to the crowd, I see a few freaks. After the show comes the meet and greet. Hopped in her Benz, or was it a Jeep? Ride to my music, they got all geeked. Forgot my phone, please don't let it leak. Thing to do is get dope like you should. Dubs, Grant, you know, see no. Thing to do is ride with B-Tip. Bump, glide, you know, dear. Thing to do is get dope like you should. Dubs, Grant, you know, see no. Thing to do is ride with B-Tip. Bump, glide, you know, dear. I know that I'm true to this, Google my name. B-Tip's in the place, heavy in the game. Beyond maintain, bigger and better things. Many talents, so in a few lanes. Head of the biz, there's no short change. Ladies in music, only thing I'm point to the sky is where I aim. Hating on that, you should be ashamed. History made in the morning with sway. I own the master, so the money comes faster. Truth hurts is why they mad at you. Got an agent that seals the deal. Money clips filled with them C-no bills. Documentary TV, oh yeah, that's me. Music's first, these hits I disperse. Classic spit each and every verse. Thing to do is get dope like you should. Dubs, Grant, you know, see no. Thing to do is ride with B-Tip. Bump, glide, you know, dear. Thing to do is get dope like you should. Dubs, Grant, you know, see no. Thing to do is ride with B-Tip. Bump, glide, you know, dear.
All right, y'all, we are back, ready to jump into these stories. So this first story, y'all, buckle y'all seatbelts because this is just some crazy stuff. I done seen a lot of crazy stuff in the last, since we've been doing this, actually before we've been doing this podcast. When we had the Whole Soul Driven Radio, man, I used to run into crazy stories, but lately, it's like the world is like losing its mind. So this last story, or this next story, I want y'all to check this out, man. And this should be a lesson. Why you never, ever, I don't care what the hell you doing, you never supposed to leave your kid in a car, especially if they are under a certain age. So without further ado, let's go ahead into this story.
Back in this country, a dispute over a car being towed turned into a nightmare for a man in Florida.
It happened in just seconds. A man in Sunrise, Florida was waiting for his food in a restaurant when just outside, this tow truck backs up and tows away his car. He runs outside, banging on the window, yelling that his 4-year-old daughter is still in the car. The dad chasing the tow truck, yelling for the driver, Sergio Suarez, to stop.
Oh, his kid in there!
But court documents say Suarez did not stop. That prompted the girl to jump out of the moving car and into the middle of the road. Her father says he ran into traffic to grab her. Police body cam video shows the tow truck driver later being taken into custody and the father being handed back the keys to the car.
Is she okay? No?
Yeah, she good, yeah.
His lawyer claims Suarez checked the car 3 times before towing it. He's now charged with child neglect.
The girl suffered minor injuries to her arms and her leg.
Well, he lucky because that could have ended way worse than it did.
You're right. It did. The only person there is, and I know how everybody might see this, but the only innocent person is the child, right? Yeah. The tow driver, I don't know how you walk around a car 3 times and not see a child in there, because maybe his windows were tinted. But come on, let's just say he didn't see the child, right? But he's still getting paid to do a job, right? To come get it. Right. The ultimate person is the dad, because the dad knew He knew he had missed at least 3 or 4 payments on that car. And who drives around on a car that you know is about to get repossessed? Think about that. You've gotten phone calls, letters, emails, all this stuff. They're telling you we're looking for it. We're coming. We can't find the car. We're going to take you to court. He knew this. His child in danger by driving around on a car that he knew he ain't made. They don't come repossess your car if you miss 1 or 2. You missed it 3 or 4. You're like 90 to 100 days behind. And then they don't just tow your car. You get emails and phone calls and letters to the house. And yet you put your child in a car that you knew could possibly get repossessed at Walmart, Kroger's, Advanced Financial. You knew these things. Yes, that man, I will say child neglect, because, but we all make mistakes. I don't think that man was intentionally trying to hurt that child. That man was just trying to get in the car and take it. Because if you've ever been a repo man, you know how some of those stories go. If you don't hurt him get that car and take it, you can get beat up, shot, robbed. I mean, just anything. So in his mind, he wants to get the car, leave, and go to the next car. There's always things in this world you don't see coming. I guess for some reason, he just did not see that child in there, or he didn't care. That's for the police to decide. But me, the number one person that needs to be in child neglect is the daddy, because he knew that car was going to get repossessed. He knew he didn't make it, and he riding around with his child in a car that he know at any given time can be towed.
I mean, man, it's unexcusable on the dad's part. I'm on him because, man, if that man could get in the car and get that car that quick, anybody could get that car that quick. It could have been somebody broke in it and got that car that quick, right? Why would you leave a 4-year-old in the car? Like, if you're too lazy to get your child out the car, don't bring him with you. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a supporting cast to watch your kid, that at least go do a brief errand such as getting food or something like that, right? And guess what? You shouldn't be having damn kids. You shouldn't be having. Because there is no excuse that somebody could come and steal your car, go in to go get food, or you go in to go get gas. We have seen these stories far too often. And yet, people continue to leave kids in the damn car. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if it wasn't there, it could have been at his house. Hell, his car, his daughter could have just been sitting at the car at the house, and the repo man pulls up. You know all of this. Yeah. So you know this, then you should, like I said, should let the child at home. Or anytime you get in that car, you better be going somewhere where you don't get there and leave. He had enough time to go in there. The guy had enough time to circle the car 3 times, hook the car up, and then take off. And bless her heart, the only innocent person is the child. She's jumping out. You don't know what's going on. She has no clue. But they need to lock the daddy up too for child neglect, because he knew that. He knew at any given time that car could have been repossessed.
That could have killed her. She could have lost her life doing that.
That's right.
I mean, she was that close, because she could have just landed on her neck or anything, and that would have been it. A car could have rolled over her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm guessing that for her to have the injuries that she had, she's going at a high speed. He wasn't on the highway. And she may have jumped out when he stopped, and she just jumped out of the car when he was at a red light or when he was at a stop sign. Because if they was going fast, 4 years old, she would have been out of here. She's been out of here, man. And so, man.
And then she's 4. So
the dad got to do better as daughter in that kind of situation.
Thank you. And she's 4, so it's not like she's 14. A 14-year-old probably would just set in the car long enough for him to stop at a stoplight, park, wait till they got to the destination. But a 4-year-old ain't thinking like that. They're just trying to get out. If it was an older child, they probably like, okay, I'm going to get out, or just wait till they come to. Because the older child would have known the car was getting repossessed. You know what I'm saying? A 14-year-old, okay, my daddy's car getting repossessed. He got to stop sometime. But a 4-year-old ain't thinking like that. So, yeah, That was just dangerous. That's why I said she's the only innocent out of the both parties. They should have handcuffed him and then handcuffed him.
I agree, man. That's bold. I mean, that's wild though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stuff happens. It's rough times for everybody out here. I'm quite sure it's a lot of people getting their car repossessed. But getting it repossessed or not getting it repossessed, you ain't got no business leaving certain kids under a certain age in the vehicle alone.
That's right.
Just don't have no business. That's dangerous within itself. All the carjackings and the break-ins and things that we got going on in the world, and how desperate people are getting because of the economy, to leave your kid in a vulnerable state like that. That's just, I don't get it, man.
Mm-hmm. And see, let's just say his car wasn't going to get repossessed. Yeah.
He should be charged with neglect.
And let's just say his car wasn't going to get repossessed. You know how many infants, well, I'm going to call an infant a toddler, has died in cars of being too cold, being too hot, suffocating, putting stuff in their mouths because ain't nobody there watching. Like anything with a 4-year-old could have happened while you in there for 10, 15 minutes trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do. So I'm with you at 4. Anything leaving a child in a car at 4 is child neglect. Even if the car was never going to get repossessed, why would you leave a 4-year-old child in the car?
Right. Because it ain't like it's a baby. You got to, unstrap it, do all this and that to get it out. It's going to take you about 5-10 minutes to get it out. This is a 4-year-old that can get out on her own. You just open the door, she get out, go with you. So really, to me, I think he put his daughter in that position.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Yep.
Well, y'all know we're going to move along, man. We got more crazy stuff to talk about. And so, I'm going to switch it up this time. I was going to go to the whole Walmart shoplifter story, but I'm going to switch it up, all right? I think I'm going to go back and forth. So, this woman said that this man broke her. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and listen to this, and me and Sky are going to give our thoughts.
I'm sorry, but this is not my usual content that I do. I'm typically private. I don't really talk on here, but I need to get this out my system. I need to get it out. And it just may help another person. It may just help another woman. It may help a man. But for the love of God, men, if you are not ready for a woman, if you are not ready for commitment, if you are stuck in lustful ways, if you have things that you need to heal from the past, if you have brokenness in you that will break another woman, if you have anything inside of you that needs to be healed, please, for the love of God, leave women alone. Leave them alone. You all are breaking us. You all are breaking good women. And I'm not even the type to cry, but I'm just so frustrated. I have no one to talk to about this, but I need to get this out for a young woman who may be in the same situation or the same boat as me. Girl, get up and go. Get up and go. Go. Leave. Leave now. Don't sit and endure another moment. Don't endure anything. Don't stop forgiving so much over things that you should have walked away from. Stop it. Stop.
All right. So that's what she, had to say about that.
Oh, you mean broke her emotionally? You know what I'm saying? Does she mean broke her emotionally or broke her financially? I'm confused.
Emotionally, I'm guessing.
Oh, well then that's wishful thinking, right? What did he say? Wish in one hand, poop in the other, and see which one fills up first. That's never gonna happen. As long as men have penises and lustful ways, they ain't for a change. I don't even know how she made that video. Because even the next guy you talk to is gonna be the same way, and the next guy you talk to is gonna be the same way. Nobody's gonna come to you like, look, I'm gonna break your heart, I'm gonna take your money, I'm gonna lie to you. Nobody's gonna do that. Like, who's really going to be that open and honest? And everybody who, especially if you ain't perfect, has something they need to heal from. And they're not gonna tell you up front. Maybe somewhere down the line they might, but it's just the gamble that you play when you want to be in a relationship or marriage or whatever it is. I'm sorry, whatever happened to her, but yeah, she's in the wrong world. She needs to go to another planet or another dimension or somewhere, because what she just asked for is not gonna happen.
Man, you know what? I think men and women alike have to deal with people from the other side that's like that, right?
He just
I
broke
don't
a
know
heart,
what you did, Joshua, but I'll say this. You know the tragedy of it? She's a single mom. So
I
if she
didn't know
got
that.
a daughter, her daughter probably gonna go through the same thing. And you know why her daughter probably gonna go through the same thing?
And she's seeing what her mama going through.
Because she ain't got no dad around.
Mm-hmm.
She don't get anything from a male's perspective. All right? If you want to know something about a male, you don't go to a female to ask about a male. You know who you go to ask about a male?
Hopefully another male.
Another male. That's what dads and uncles are for. So when she said, I don't have nobody to talk to, that was the first thing I noticed offhand. Second of all, it's like, man, people got to be more accountable of the people they choose. Like,
Damo, you might have froze a little bit, Damo. Are you still there? Well, I mean, I think he's gonna say people need to be accountable about who they choose, and that ain't gonna probably ain't gonna happen. Back,
we lost connection for a minute.
Right.
I think it is on both ends, but I was just saying this, Sky. Man, people got to be more accountable for the people that they choose. You know, because if you're a good person, the one thing you should recognize is another good person. I don't get that whole thing. You know, you got to ask yourself the question, why do you attract the things that you attract? Maybe you got this misperception about yourself. Because a good person, a good energy gonna recognize other good energy.
Right.
You know, and so, like, dudes, I'm gonna tell you, ladies, we are easy to figure out. Welcome back. I know we are easy to figure out. We're not as complicated as y'all think. I think, man, y'all emotions get y'all in trouble sometimes. Dang, what do you mean? Because, man, y'all make decisions and y'all make choices off of how y'all feel. And then get y'all in trouble every time. You gotta use some logic in it. Make the dude work for them draws. You know what I'm saying? You can't give it to everybody within the first 2-3 weeks. You know, man, do a background check. You know, what skill do you have? What's the credit score like? I'm a builder. How can I help you? And how can you help me?
Mm-hmm.
Do some research. Go through that period of really getting to know them. Get to know the family.
Right.
Get to know the dynamic of their upbringing, the relationship that they had with their mother and father. Because you'll learn everything you need to learn. But I think some people just, I'm in love and I got somebody and, oh, this endorphin feeling, I can't let it go and this and this and that. And you're going to get played. Sometimes it ain't about the person you want. It's about the person that wants you.
That's true too. And this is the hell that we live in, right? So you on one option, you want a child to be a child, right? You don't want them to grow up too fast. Then on the other option, if you don't teach them at the right time, they live in a fantasy world. A lot of these women are still on that prince, ride on the horse, I'm in the tower, let my hair down, even at 30 years old. You think that's not the real world? I'm sorry. I know Disney and Nickelodeon and the Cartoon Network.
Oh, female.
You think that your soul made out of billions of people. This one guy's gonna ride in on a horse and save you, and y'all gonna live happily ever after and have Christmases with that's not how it is. I mean, and when you have women thinking that, that's what they used to see growing up. Then when reality hits you, a lot of men are going to go through a lot of stuff, because first of all, it's hard to be a man, just period. I don't care what color you are. Stress, and all men, especially when if a woman's in trouble, she can get help. If a man in trouble, it's you tough it out. You know what I'm saying? So there's no mental help for us. There's no emotional help for us, because we supposed to just tough it out. So what man are you going to find that has that's perfect? Most men has at least 2 or 3 things they need to heal from, because that's just how the world is. We don't have sympathy. They don't have sympathy for men like they do women. So every man that she's going to go after is going to be in one of those categories that she just said.
Man, you know what?
I won't be just like you.
Say this, man. I think, man, dudes, fellas, and females, y'all need to do this. Write down at least 5 to 10 of the most important qualities that the other person y'all need them to possess, and then stick with that. Stick with that.
All right, nobody's perfect. Iceman, Mr. Sosa, how you doing? You right, nobody's perfect, man. And that's what relationships is mad about. I don't care about a woman who's gonna be with me on my good traits. You need to find a woman who's gonna be with you with your bad traits. That's where marriage comes from. Everybody puts on a good face, a good mask, where they tell you, put your best foot forward. First impression is the best impression. Yeah. When you find that real someone, that's somebody who will put up with you for the rest of their lives on the BS that you bring and your imperfections. That's what you should be looking for. And I agree with you, Damo, write down the list of qualities. But when you get to that marriage, that is the foundation of marriage. That woman or that man wants to be with you, even when she knows what your downfalls and your imperfections are.
Right. People don't want to grow with people anymore, man. They want things already ready-made.
Josh, you crazy.
Yeah.
If she wants a perfect, tell her. If she wants perfect, tell her to date Jesus. Okay, well, there you go. Either date Jesus or date the invisible man. One of the two.
You're right. But, it's like, I just say this, choose better, man. Choose better. There's a lot of ladies, man, there's a lot of dudes out here, man. And she was beautiful. Like, I don't look like she have any hard time getting the majority of guys. But a lot of times, man, I think people's Achilles heels be what they're attracted to. Because what you're attracted to ain't always what's good for you.
That's true. That is true.
You're looking at this anesthetics, man, and they don't look at, that interior part. Sometimes what look good for you ain't good for you.
That's absolutely true.
I want a Lambo, but hell, my back and knees won't allow it.
Yeah.
You hear me? I want that Lambo, but my back and knees will not allow it. Sometimes you got to settle for what's good for you.
And not only back and knees, my bank account won't allow it either.
There you go. It's too expensive. It's too expensive.
But I believe she'll because she looked young. She looked like she was in her 30s, so she got time. She'll find whatever she's looking for. And then if you say she was a single mother with a daughter, then she really needs to write a list. You a single mother with children, you really need to write a list. If you just single, okay, but if you single with children, write a list.
Man, I personally feel like this, and I know people ain't gonna like this opinion. This is not a popular opinion. I feel like once you go into single parent mode, wait till your kids become adults.
What I did.
And I've said this before on the show. If you know you suck at choosing people, and a lot of y'all suck at choosing people, just wait till your kids get old. Because a lot of y'all invite these molesters and these abusers and all these other people that cause harm to your kids. Y'all invite them because you know you suck at choosing a mate. You know, man, the person that's attracted to you, you know they ain't shit when they approach you. After a couple conversations. But if they look good to you, you're like, shoot, I found some D in the house, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it out, see if I can work it out. Wait till your kids get old enough and then try to do it. If you know you suck, and you know you suck, and choosing significant others. I see it on my timeline all the time. This was what drove me off Facebook. Because if y'all notice, I ain't on Facebook the way I used to be. I'm so sick of people crying about significant others. And it's like, half of what you focus on your kids? Focus on your kids. Why you focus on if this dude leaving or he with that chick or that or dude? Why you focus on with this woman? You got kids. Focus on your kids.
Yeah, we try not to be hypocritical on it. I agree. I did the same thing, man. 7, 8 years of my life, I was just to myself until all my kids graduated. And once they graduated, I was out of prison and on probation. But during the time that I was locked up as a parent, yeah. So I can agree 100%.
Yeah. I mean, unless somebody really going 1,000 for you and they just like, I have to have my life and I accept your children too. You know what I'm saying? And they actually going far above and beyond to prove that without reasonable doubt. There is no question that this person wants what's best for you and your kids. Unless you find something like that, you shouldn't even be dating. What are you dating for? People be like, I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to be alone. Yeah, the hell y'all is.
That'll be.
I mean, man, dude, but this next story, all right, we moving on to Wally Mart. You know, Wally Mart always has some thieves in it. That one thing you won't find at Wally Mart is some thieves. But this dude, he took it a little bit too far, man. And he bold, man. I'm shocked that he didn't lose his life in this manner. You know what I'm saying? He was bold. And this is why I say officers have to be aggressive. People complain about police officers being aggressive, but I think if there's any job that you have to be aggressive at all times, it is an officer. Here is Exhibit A.
This is the moment Ohio police say a shoplifting incident devolved into an attempted murder.
Give us your hands, now.
In Canton, Ohio, police say 21-year-old Shane Newman and 23-year-old Katarina Jeffrey were suspected of shoplifting at this Walmart on Thursday when a police officer led them to the store's loss prevention office. The incident shown on police-edited body camera footage.
Come here, guys. Because that's the way it is.
Inside, the officer checks Newman for weapons.
You got anything on you I need to know about? Why'd your hand in your pockets? It's not falling. I'm gonna pat you down real quick, all right? That's cool.
Watch minutes later as Newman turns. Police say Newman tried to shoot the officer, but the handgun did not fire. Police say the officer and a Walmart employee secured Newman, who later said this. Tonight, Newman is facing multiple charges, including attempt to commit murder, while Jeffrey is charged with complicity to commit robbery. Newman's attorney declined to comment on the allegations. Jeffrey's lawyer did not respond to NBC News' request for comment. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
I don't even know what to say to that. Is that's just the beginning, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Walmart with guns, and there's a lot of people that shoplifting, and there's a lot of people with guns that are shoplifting. And so now, instead of him running, he's gonna just kill everybody in the loss prevention office. It's not funny, but I'm just saying that's the world we have come to, y'all. And you say I have a choice of either running or shooting y'all. Well, why you didn't run when the cops officer said stop? Because he wasn't gonna chase you out there. As soon as he would have said stop, I would have dropped everything. You know, just run out the door. You know, just run, whatever. You gonna wait till you get in the office and then decide to pull the gun. That is just crazy. I'm telling you, people have gone crazy.
Nuts. I'm talking about old man nuts, hang low nuts. They losing their damn mind. First and foremost, now I want y'all to understand this is why officers have to be aggressive of all times. Because this officer, the first mistake that he made was not checking the dude and her when they walked in there. The first thing they should have did is patted them down. That's number one. Number two, where he missed it, right? And this is poor training. The second thing that he should have did.
Hello, Amber.
Was he seen the dude with his fidgeting in his pocket? That alone would have made me nervous. Stop right there. Take your hands out your pocket. Right? Yeah. And I would have been patting them down right then and there. So if you didn't pat them down when they initially walked in, you should have patted them down when that dude looked like he was nervous or looked like something else ominous was going on. Something else was going on. And he didn't pat him down. Then when he sat down, the dude was fidgety in the chair. Yeah. And he never took his hands out of his pockets.
I think the officer. Yeah, I think the officer was just too relaxed. Like it was for him. It was just another, hey, they shoplifting. Give him a slap on the hand. You can't come to Walmart no more. End of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sometimes even when you're in situations, even as the officer or the authority person at the time, you're supposed to be the smart one, not to let things escalate. So your job as the officer is always make sure things stay de-escalated. So in that situation, yes, he probably just got relaxed and like, okay, just two people just stealing out of Walmart, write them a ticket, citation, send them on their way. But now everybody else that guy's going there, oh yeah, he gonna be aggressive now. He gonna be an asshole to every old ladies, little kids. I mean, just everybody. Because all it takes is one bad apple to spoil the whole basket.
What he should have did, the number 3 thing that he should have did is handcuff them. Should have handcuffed them. You know, this is why, because ain't no way. That didn't fire off. The only reason why he here is because that didn't fire off. I mean, that he was this close from them making funeral arrangements for him.
Yeah.
And that's why you can't never let your guard down.
Yeah.
Officer, you're not an officer, you're a security personnel. You can never let your guard down.
Yeah. And that's true. And that's just the eggshells that you live on when you a security guard or officer. Yeah. Whoever is on the first line of defense, that's what I call them. You on the first. So even if you just one of the people that sit at Walmart to check the receipts, you're still on the first line of defense. If you see somebody stealing, you gonna jump up out that chair, go tackle them or chase them down? You know, just any old thing. But yeah, that's just one of those things where, man, it is what it is. But again, from here on out, when people steal, because Walmart sets you up, y'all do know that, right? You know, to press charges, it has to be over a certain amount. So they do let y'all steal little things, $10, but they catching you. So once you get to $500, $600, $700, then that's when that police officer, this is a waste of their time and paperwork to lock you up and write you for a $10 trinket. Come on now. So some of that I have to blame on Walmart, because you let it build and build and build till these people think they're invincible, and then he's gonna sit up there and shoot a police officer inside of Walmart.
Man, I tell you what too. I was seeing this online when I came across the story. People was like, oh, if he was black, they would have shot him. Well, Exhibit B. Name something that you, after the officer detained him, what did you notice? When he wrestled the gun away from him, what did you notice? First and foremost, that happened.
After he pulled the gun out?
After they took the gun and they got the gun away from the dude, what happened next?
I just saw him slam him to the ground.
There you go. He didn't fight the officers. He already knew he was had. He didn't wrestle with him or nothing.
But again, why is race always in everything? What difference does it make what color he was?
Well, that has a lot to do with it. I'm going to tell you why. Because to my black brothers and sisters and my people of color, the lesson I want y'all to learn is this, right? Man, it's just like that dude that went into the Colorado movie theater and you know, harmed all those people. Took a couple lives. What he did was he sat down. He didn't fight. He knew what he had done, and he gave himself up. He lived to fight another day. The lesson in all of this is that when the cops got you, don't be fighting against the cops, because you ain't going to win that battle. You ain't going to win. And if they trying to arrest you and you very aggressive, it's either their life or yours. Now, what do you think they're going to choose?
Theirs.
They're going to choose theirs. So, if you know that you're in the wrong, once you caught, and you know you caught, give up. Give up. I promise you, it'll save your life. Don't be wrestling with them, talking about what you doing, man, what you doing, my rights, I know my rights and all that. Don't do that, because I promise you, it ain't going to work out in your favor. It never do. I don't understand why people see scenarios like this that happen over and over and over, right?
Right.
And don't get that message. That message go way over their head.
Right. Well, to me, I see people, all ethnicity, fight police. So
Yeah.
I just hate when stuff happens and they're like, well, if it was this, look, people will always pull the race card on everything. To me, this was just a man and a woman who was probably stealing for their child, who just didn't have the extra money. I don't care if you Latino, Japanese. If you're gonna steal, you're gonna steal. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, they caught the man, caught the woman, and it went away. So people were saying that if he was black, it would have been a whole different scenario. They would have handcuffed him, beat him up in the room, shot him. And then you're saying, well, if they was maybe black, that they would have fought back. And all those things could be true. But I always just want to have a situation where when it comes to the law enforcement, can we just see it for what it is? Yes, there are some racist cops. Yes, there is racism in America. But why does everything, when it comes to the comments, has to be about race?
Man, a lot of
this video is just about two people shoplifting. That's it. So when you saw the comment, why did it have to go that route? It was just two people that were just shoplifting.
You know, you said something. You were absolutely right about this statement. It don't matter what color you are. If you're resisting arrest, it's not going to end well for you. I'm just going to tell you. No matter what color you are, if you are resisting arrest, it ain't going to go well for you. You do better by just getting down and then putting your arms behind your own back and giving them, because then if they put their knee in your back and you lose your life, now we're talking about a loss. We're talking about a guaranteed win. If you give yourself lay down, say, officer, man, here go my keys. I'm going to get down real slow on the ground. I'm going to lay down. You lay down. You put your arms behind your back. And then whatever happened, you let it go from there. You know?
Absolutely. Because they in the position of, right? And then I've heard that police are in a position of authority, but who gave them the authority? The people that you vote for. See, when you don't run for office, when you sit on your butt and don't vote, they pass laws. And police officers, their job is to enforce the laws. So when you're sitting there arguing with a police officer and trying to resist, they're in a point of authority because that mayor, that governor, that senator has gave them the power over you to do that. So again, like Damon said, just be quiet, listen to them, let them do what they got to do. And most times it just, unless you got a warrant or something, most times it just smooths over. You know what I'm saying?
This is the result of them taking ass whoopings away from the house. Because the one thing that you learn in getting your ass whooped by your parent is you ain't going to win that battle. You're not. That where you were talking about that authority, respecting a certain authority level, you knew you ain't going to win no battle against your parent. You can argue with them and do that all day. You're fighting a losing battle. But see, we understand that because we had to go through the era of ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? And there was lessons to be learned in the ass whoopings. Right. And unfortunately, these kids don't fear anybody. They don't fear the teacher, principal, their parents, other parents, policemen, military, none of that. And this is what you get. You know, unfortunate.
And it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It is gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yep, but I hope that cop learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Let your guard down.
I believe the cop did. I believe, but again, the only problem I have is everybody after that. Because if they catch a 90-year-old woman shoplifting, they're going to pat her down. They're probably going to handcuff her and be a little physical because they don't know if she has a gun on her too. All because this one guy almost took his life because the cop was just trying to be nice. Go in there. We already know. We got you on camera. Just go through the motions. And the worst would have happened was they would have just put your face on the wall and say you could never come back again. Then you ready to do 30 years in jail for attempted murder on a cop for a damn $25 item you stole out of Walmart. That's the picture. The old folks used to say, if you think twice, you would be the smartest person in the room. If you think twice before you talk, you would be the smartest person in the room. You better go do the damn near 30 years in jail. Well, because whatever they caught you stealing was probably $100 any damn way. Because if it was more than $100, you probably couldn't steal it. You know what I'm saying? And now the girl is going to
get community service. At the most, he was going to get community service. And he played community service. 20 plus years in prison.
And think about it, because I think they have children. That's just my opinion. So who gonna take care of the children while I don't even know if he's the biological father, but while he's locked up, and then the mama, even if she's locked up, she still got now what you call it, cases. She's gonna have stuff on her record as stealing. So what type of good job is she going to get? So nobody thinks about it before they do it.
Man, it's diabolical. So many lessons to be learned, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all, we got 2 more stories that we're going to jump into. We just passed the first hour, so we're going to get into these other stories. But I think at this moment, I'm going to give me and Sky going to take a break right quick. So we're going to jump off into some music, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about this woman said that marriage is all about status. And so we're going to go ahead and me and Sky going to talk about it, and then we're going to go from there, all right? So y'all stay tuned. Y'all are watching the Nasville podcast. Again, if you're watching, if you can do us a favor, if you can share the live, we will greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right? We'll be back in a moment.
Oh man. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Please excuse me. I'm cruising. I'm doing about $1, $2, $3 in the hoopty. I'm bleeding profusely. I'm on my way to see you, big bro. I'ma need my 44 and my Uzi. I'm trying to stay focused when using the mirrors, but I'm kind of woozy. Maybe my mood sticks. Maybe my mood swings, or maybe I'm just not a perfect person. Or maybe I'm the worst when I'm hurting and lightweight slurping bourbon. Might be why I'm gurping and swerving. I'm sure this is not suburban, God, and I'm slurring my words again. My bad, I got a urge for cursing when I'm apparently worried the turns will learn again. You know the cherries and berry nerds in them, working the currents and lurking in. Oh yeah, let me get back to the subject of this bastard and why I have to be holding my ribs and kidneys after.
Why you say that?
Cause simply this heathen is no longer breathing. His lungs are empty. Guess he thought he could get me. You know how these kids be nowadays. I'm no dry snitch, so I'ma say he had it coming to him. Shank was running through him. His homies was running to him. Sweat is running, fuming, puffing, moving. I must have stopped myself before I shoved it to him. Contemplating self-defense. defense in case I end up in front of a judge and jury. I stuff my jury in a peasant's pants. I'm innocent, no incriminating evidence. Smart thinking, right? Despite the adrenaline kicking in, kinda like the feeling when you feeling grim and all you got is a set of Minifin. Oh, so I improvise. I wish I can simplify what's in my mind. Hey, they say I must be psychotic in disguise, like it's a private enterprise, like I'm a chairman with stocks and shares and shit. Scary, ridiculous, man. Hey, Big Bro, is you still listening? Oh, I just get a fix. Ain't that a bitch? How did I even get in this? How can I pin this on a hating cousin or a fake sibling? Whatever, man. I'm just trying to be clever, man.
Instagram or Facebook, Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming home to you, lady. All is well. Thoughts of your love all day, that's all I have in my mind. So it's time for love itself. The mood is just right, baby. All I smell, mixtures of your perfume, candlelight and Hennessy. Sexy red lingerie, don't know what joy it brings to me. It fills me with ecstasy. Sexually hit my phone, baby, and I'll be there instantly. On Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook, Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming home to you. Now I can see it in your eyes that you want it, waiting for me to give it to you. So I'll just give it to you like you never got it, digging more and more into you. Because I'm ready for some action. Come on, let's make it happen. Yes, I'm a total package, guarantee satisfaction. All night long, we just gotta love. Push that speed up and just hit me up. On Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook, Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Well, right after I run across the map, girl, I'ma be right back to the crib. Just chill, we gon' kick it a little. Better speak it how you feel before the woods doze off on this pill. Hope my cup don't spill. You know that it's always real. You know what you do to me. Play all my brothers slow jams while you're screwing me. All of you is cool with me. Pulling down my Gucci jeans. Promise my phone not gon' ring. Just get on the mic and sing. She know when I'm on the scene. I don't call and barely text. Tonight she hit me up coincidentally when I saw my ex. Be cool, babe, I'm on my way. Like 2 neighborhoods away. Never thought I'd feel this way. Thought about you like all day. Ain't turn up tonight. I'm on a turn down Sprite. I got my dog off in the flight. He said bet like a fight. I'm just deep up in the streets. I'm trying to feel my nuts. And later on, I'ma try to skeet it on your butt.
On Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook, Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming home to you.
All right, all of my stuff just. Hold on. Now that's my quality of mine. You see how terrible that is?
What's that?
The quality of my camera.
A lot
This
of
is
these
my
kids-
webcam quality. Now that ain't terrible.
Hold on, is that the camera that came with the laptop, or is that external
Yeah,
camera?
this is the one that came with the laptop.
Yeah, mine's like
All
that
you
too.
see is blue and then some beady
it's
eyes. That's
external
all y'all
camera.
see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to refresh it, and then we're gonna get into this. So let me refresh. I'll be back with y'all in one quick second. Oh, there we go. Now my stuff want to come back. Damn, there we go. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the story right quick, because this chick said that marriage is well, let's see what she say about it. All right, and then she says for status. So hear what she got to say.
Marriage isn't about love, it's about status. And that's why poor people typically fail at it, okay? Anything that has anything to do with status, you are pretty much going to see poor people fail at, lower middle class, and even middle class, okay? But the reason is because there is no status for poor people to kind of distribute within or among one another, okay? And so when a poor person thinks about marriage, they're seeing it from the perspective of love. And because they don't really get like a boost in social status or protection on their assets or anything like that, because they didn't hold any of those things to begin with, what they end up getting is an exchange for survival, right? Because if they get married and the person actually ends up staying, then that means they have some type of stability and somebody to raise their children with. Okay, but other than that, there is nothing else that they gain out of marriage. And because you can make someone perceive they have stability just by sharing the same feelings that those two people shared in their marriage, but without the marriage portion, so the legal portion existing, this is literally how poor people basically kind of jump into that whole narrative of like baby mama, baby dad, right? Because for them, that is the structuring of a family. The emotions are the same. Marriage or no marriage, the thing is exactly the same in their head, okay? Because there literally is nothing that they are truly like legally protecting for themselves, all right? And even when you think about getting married at like that socioeconomic level, the best thing you can walk away from that marriage with is child support for your children, because you are required to write that up in your divorce decree. If you just have a child willy-nilly, you know, you are not necessarily entitled to much or anything, okay? You could take them to court, but it's still a completely different process. So, regardless of that, it is literally those two things. The reason why they get married is not the reality of what marriage is. And because marriage is purported as this idea that's based on love and emotions, that is how people perceive it at that level and below, right? And so for them, the moment that things don't work out or they're feeling this way or their emotions or whatever, they see a problem, right? Mostly women, because statistically men typically don't leave even when they're unhappy. So when women start to perceive that they're not getting a certain treatment or a certain whatever, they will leave, right? And technically they should leave, because unlike when you're in a higher socioeconomic level and you marry a man and you do get like a certain tangible something out of that marriage, you don't get that at the lower rate, which means if you're unhappy in that marriage, you don't even get the one thing that that marriage is supposed to give you, which is stability.
All right.
I agree with everything that she's saying. So I'm gonna look at it from two different perspectives. Marriage is like any other thing else. Church, Walmart, Kroger, it is a business. It's two entities coming together to build a corporation. That's how the government sees you. There is no love, no emotion. They don't care about your children. They want to know how many cars, homes, land, businesses, money marketing accounts, savings accounts that y'all want to have as a collective, right? That's all they care about. That's why it's a license. But it's only a license. It's one of the few licenses that you don't have to renew every year. You know how every license you got to renew every year. You got to pay some type of fee. You don't do that. It's a one-time license for them to keep up with you. And most people, that has money and assets, they do get married for protection, right? Or people who don't have money and assets, they get married for protection. Because if you are a single woman who is and you get with somebody who got their stuff together, that is protection. Protection ain't always something fighting who can shoot and who will go beat up somebody because they slapped your butt. Protection is also that type of stuff too, because this guy's going to protect you and protect your offspring. I agree with that 100%. And as far as what she was saying, as far as like the upper echelon, that's been going on for years. Kings, queens, princesses. That's why they had arranged marriages. It wasn't because of love. It was because to keep the dynasty going, to keep it in the family. So the offspring would do this. I'm this dynasty, y'all this dynasty. Instead of fighting each other, why don't we just join? Your daughter married my son, and it keeps the dynasty going. It goes even with rich people. I mean, think about it. Michael Jordan's son was dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. That just ain't by chance. Lori Harvey, this is her name, was dating one of those rappers, right? This is not by mistake. This is to keep the structure, the power, the money, all in that one dynasty and in that one bloodline. So for those of you who do believe in love and marriage and happily ever after, that might be a biblical thing with you. You know, you go to church and your preacher's telling you this is what God said about marriage, blah, blah, blah. That could be true. But what she's talking about is on the human surface level, and she's absolutely correct.
Well, marriage, the purpose of marriage was never built on the premise of love. It was always about assets. It's always about business, right? When people prioritize the love element of it above all else, that's why we're seeing divorce rates as high as we're seeing. Because with love, just like with every other emotion, it changes. So when everything is just built on the sole purpose of love and the love is gone, then there's nothing else to keep you around, which is why people end up quitting on their families, because that's what it is. People quitting on their families, right? So it's funny that people talk about the importance of family and the importance of their kids' happiness, and they're so quick to quit on it. Once that whole element of love is out, it's time for us to move on. And this is the selfish side that I always talk about with people, right? And this is why I'm of the opinion that if you believe in divorce, you should never get married. Now, there are some exceptions, don't get me wrong. Like if you would a man or a woman that is physically abusive or mentally abusive, right? Then you should divorce them. But see, if you vetted them in the right way from the get-go, you would have seen those qualities. Because a person that's abusive, man, a lot of them, what's a sign of somebody that's very abusive? One sign. I'm asking you, Scott.
Oh, you asking me? Oh, man. They can't control their emotions. For me, somebody who can't control their temperament or emotions, the quickest thing just snaps them off. Yes.
There you go. That is something that people can't hide. They can't hide, man, their temper and emotions. If they're unhinged, if they get upset about the most minute things, if the smallest things aggravate them, your antenna should be going off. But people be like, well, that was just one episode. No, you can't overlook it like that.
Right.
You know, so if you do your due diligence, you wouldn't be in these situations anyway. Second of all, you need to see if that was something that was a history of their family. Because I'm going to tell you, if the child grew up watching mama get beat or watching mama put her hands on somebody, or they grew up in a violent household, guess what's more likely to happen when they get with you?
Same thing. Apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Exact thing. So you got to do your due diligence. You know,
and that's the point we always talk about, Damo, is people wait till it hits them in the face to complain. Where is the people doing the research before any of this stuff? And I'm not being hypocritical. I've been in those situations before. Ain't nobody perfect. But I'm saying after you've been smacked in the face quite a few times, then you say, you know what, before I do any of this again, let me change something, right?
Right. You're right. And I think, I'm just telling you, man, I just think that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I know I wanted to go back to this.
Okay.
It's just amazing that people who don't have any history of a long marriage speak on it. Right? Like, I haven't been a CEO for years, so I can't speak on what it is to be a business owner or a CEO. I'm trying to find my way. So I would have loved to know the background of this young lady to see what, you know, man, is she speaking from experience? Or where's her talking points coming from? Is this some stuff that she read or somebody told her or that she heard from elsewhere? Because it just flatters me when people speak on stuff that they have no experience in, first and foremost. Second of all, there are, man, you know what? There are homeless people that get it better, get it, you know, right. They happily in the relationship or in marriages. And then you got rich people, they on their third or fourth. So is it really about status? Maybe it's about just one simple thing. If you want to keep something, if you want something to last, if you want to be really great at something, I don't care if it's relationships, a career, a goal, it just all come down to one thing. Don't quit. The moment you quit is when you fail. People's marriages fail and their dreams fail because they quit. It's simple. All that other stuff you're talking about is neither here or there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just the earth we live on. Everybody wants the easy way out of everything. Nobody wants to do the hard work. They want to just sit in their house and have everything just fall in their lap. And that ain't how the world works. I'm sorry. But it's business, friendship, relationships, go, whatever you're trying to do, you're going to have to get up and you're going to have to work for what you want. You ain't got to always work hard. You can work smart sometimes, but you got to get up and go get it. So if you think you're going to just sit there and the perfect man or the perfect situation going to fall in your lap, you're going to be sitting there for a long time.
Yeah. And so there it is. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a second video. We've had a woman sit there just on this show and talk about things that I'm thinking, what triggered you to go online and record whatever it is? Because you didn't have nobody to talk to, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your children, a therapist, nothing. So you go online and air these things out, whether they're true or just opinions or however. It's just when somebody attacks you emotionally, then that's when we get these videos. Because if you was to have done what you were supposed to do, then it wouldn't have affected you to the point where, like she said, I had to get it off my chest in the first video.
You're right, man. With that said, I guess we just gonna move on to this next one, man. We're gonna talk about these health insurance policies.
Let me ask you a question. The two girls, do you think any one of them have been married before?
No.
No. Okay.
Hell no.
Do you think they're both single moms?
I don't know if the second one is a single mom. The first one definitely is. She said as much, but I don't know about the second one. But I will say is, the people that give out this advice, they aren't successful in the field that they're giving advice on. And don't they got to account for something? This is why, as intelligent and as smart as Kevin Samuels was, and I hear a lot of his talking points, the Derek Jacksons, I hear a lot of their talking points, but show me your resume. Can you tell me how to keep a marriage going? Because you can tell me why they fall apart. I mean, man, a lot of these folks are an example of it. They've had them fall apart. So yeah, they can tell me, man, how to make one fall apart. But what they can't give y'all is how to make one last. And when they do speak, they don't speak from experience.
I love what you just said because it made me think of something, right? Everybody, most things that we do, even with us on here, right, is opinionated. Your resume is a fact. I am so glad you said that. Where is your resume with the facts on it that should be your talking point?
It should have to be something. It has to have some value.
Just like in the world of professional wrestling, a lot of people have issues with each other over opinions. Even in life, when you see two people fighting with each other, I don't like that guy, it's over opinions. It's rare that I see people have real heat with each other over facts. If it's a fact, I'll debate you. I can do that. But I'm not going to argue and be your enemy over opinions. And that's what a lot of people, like you said, are giving is opinion, even with both of those two ladies. If they can't prove what they're saying, then it's just opinions that you're saying that marriage is a business. And we don't know those opinions. But in this world that we live in, nobody argues facts anymore. And I'm so glad that you said it because your resume is a fact. You can't dispute that. If you've been married 20, 30 years and you still married, then yes, that's a fact. And you should take that talking point and go online with it. But if you've been divorced 3 or 4 times and you saying marriages is this, that, and the third, that's opinions because that's what your perspective is because that's what you've gone through. So I am so glad that you said that.
And this is why they don't understand why their kids are going to go through the same things that they go through. Because the one thing that they can't teach their kid is how to create not only a healthy relationship, but to build on to that healthy relationship or a marriage. They can't teach it. So it's unfortunate, but the pain that they go through, very likely, if they have daughters or sons, they're going to go through the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have nothing to watch to say, okay, this is how this works.
Mm-hmm.
There's no example. It's just like a parent that prioritizes education, their kid going to, one who doesn't, what do you think is going to happen?
You're right. Yep. Because your parents is your first example. And your teachers are going to be
successful based on what they've seen from you. That's why I always used to tell people, if my kids fail, I would take that on the chin because, man, I'm supposed to be their guide. I'm the example. I'm the one that's leading. So if they fail in any area, man, I got to take that. People be like, I did the best I can. Well, that ain't good enough.
Yep. Because your parents is your first example, your teachers are your second, and the neighborhood is the third. But out of all those, you're supposed to spend the majority of your time with the parents in the household. So no matter what the streets and the outside teaches you, if that example is there, then everybody else is just white noise. But when you don't have the example there, then he's like, okay, I'm going to get it from here. I'm going to get it from there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. That is true.
You're absolutely right. And these times, the truth of it all is, and with this economy, with things that's going on right now, I was just reading. I was going to actually do a story on this, but I seen enough people that did it. But Tyson's Chicken just laid off a lot of people. All these companies are doing layoffs, right? And with inflation the way it is, man, these times is calling for people literally to have to bring back their families and work as a family unit. You're going to have to work as a family unit because it's getting harder and harder.
Yes,
and so people got to just make better decisions and better choices, especially if you're a parent, because whatever choice you make, you don't think that's going to have effect on your kid? Hell yeah, it is. Who you decide to have kids with, you don't think that's going to have an effect on your child? Hell yeah. It ain't no I'm the mama and the daddy. Man, that kid got damaged. When you ain't around, that kid crying. He's seeing other kids playing with their daddies and all that. So you think that stuff don't happen? Yeah. If you're a man, you know, you ain't around your kids, man, want to know your side of the family. That's half of themselves that they'll never get to know because you ain't around. You don't think that's going to have a powerful impact on them? Hell yes, it is. That's why these kids be running around here with identity crisis because they don't even know the other half of themselves. See, you know, the mom represents one half, the daddy represents another half. So if the kid is only getting the dad, or the kid is only getting, like in my case, my dad raised me, so my mom's part of the family. I don't have no history of. You know, other people, they've had their moms around and no father. So their dad part of the family, they don't have no history of. So kids are wondering with the identity crisis. So I mean, man, dude, it's tragic at the end of the day.
It is. It is. And a lot of them could be taken care of just by common sense, but nobody just cares anymore. It's chaos and anarchy. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it in perspective on younger people. I might, because, you know, again, I was that age one point down, but older folks, I don't know. I can't give you a pass because by the time you get to a certain age, all your mistakes should be like, okay, here's my bucket of mistakes. Now I need to find a new bucket. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you know, it is what it is. And another thing about older folks, because when you're young, you do a lot of things and don't think about it.
Yeah.
Older folks, 4 years ago or 5 years ago, when you had all this money, when they was giving away these PPP loans and all this stuff and blah, 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 when you get to a certain age, in the back of your mind, you're going to say, I need to save some of this because in 2021, I need to save some of this because by 2025, something bad might go wrong and I'll have a nest egg. I don't expect a 20-year-old to think like that, but the older people, I do. So that's what's killing me about this society is that most of the people I see sometimes are in their 40s and 50s, 60s, time I'm still working at Walmart, I'm still doing this, I'm still having bad relationships, I'm still like, why are you still having all that? Didn't you learn that in your 20s? So that's just the part that's confusing. That's why I say it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Because if the older generation is still going through that same silly stuff, who is the younger generation supposed to look up to? And then they become the older generation going through that same silly stuff. And then so it's just a never-ending cycle.
Which is unfortunate. But we better start bringing our units together. Because this next story, you know what I'm saying? This is what's coming ahead. This is what we're going to be dealing with. You know, you better start getting real close to family. The family that you can. You know, you got some family, I get it, that you just like, it ain't just going to work out. Ain't nothing we can do to reconcile this relationship. But, you know, if you got kids out here, if you got a baby mama, baby daddy, you better reconcile and start working together. Better start working together, man, because shit about to get real.
Healthcare is at the center of the government shutdown. Health insurance premiums are set to increase and Medicaid coverage to decrease. So we want to offer you some perspective this morning.
That's right. Our Jess Arnold met up with a dentist who primarily works with patients on Medicaid. She's joining us live now in studio, and Jess, these changes could really impact thousands of people.
Yes, and it could leave a lot of people in a black hole for health care coverage. Now, we're only 2 months away from the Medicaid changes taking effect, so especially if you're someone who has long-term procedures, we want to make sure that you can plan ahead.
Fixing teeth has become the easiest part of the job for D.C. dentist turned advocate Dr. Albert Coombs.
We were met, obviously, by a new hurdle, which was the new federal limits for Medicaid.
On January 1st, anyone who makes more than 138% of the federal poverty level will no longer be eligible for Medicaid. That translates to a single income of less than $22,000. Right now, it's 215%, or close to $34,000, which is already less than D.C.'s minimum wage income.
We shouldn't have people having to decide between getting health insurance or working a job.
About 80% of Dr. Coombs' patients use Medicaid. So he's turning to D.C. lawmakers like Councilmember Christina Henderson to help cover the gap for the 25,000 D.C. neighbors who stand to lose it.
We are working incredibly hard
to ensure that this transition is as seamless as possible.
At the end of the year, Medicaid plans will automatically switch over to the Healthy DC plan. Right now, though, it doesn't cover vision or dental.
And we're trying to figure out some workaround patches.
She and Dr. Coombs agree that these Medicaid changes will cause a ripple effect for everyone.
No matter how much money you make, everybody is affected if our ecosystem is destroyed.
And it's going to take everyone to keep it healthy.
Dr. Coombs is working quickly to let his patients know about these changes. Now, open enrollment begins in D.C. on November 1st. If people are interested in signing up for that Healthy D.C. plan, even if they're not making that switch from Medicaid. I'll have more info for you on WUSA9.com. Simone, Wisdom?
All right, Jess, thank you.
About to get real ugly out here. Y'all hear me?
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate. It's going to be a lot of sick people without health care that needed health care.
Yes. And the crazy part is, like, I've been going to dentist offices lately, like the last couple of years. And when you get in there, they have these little pamphlets too. One, if you want to use your credit to get stuff financed, this is why you should always take care of your credit, because you never know when you might need it. Two, some of them have their own plans for like $15, $20, $30 a month. And they'll take care of your normal cleaning because you're on like a payment plan, like a prepayment. So when you come in, you don't owe no deductible, no co-payment, no nothing. And so there are other ways of sometimes, not all the time, but we just talking about dental because that's the narrative. There are other ways of getting things done in your mouth without waiting on the government to get themselves together. It's just people don't prepare. Like I was saying, back in 2021, y'all was getting all this money, things were cheap, people getting these loans and they were giving these stimulus check. I mean, just all this stuff. Nobody said, well, you know what, I'm going to say about 20% of this to the side because maybe 3-4 years down the line, things might change. And the people who's done that and that's prepared, I don't see them on YouTube. I don't see them on social media complaining because they know, things might get a little difficult. Things might get a little hard, but I'm okay because I have this nest. I have this cushion that's going to help me until things go back to normal. Because things will go back to normal. It's a cycle. Everybody goes through a cycle. Things will go back to normal, whatever your normal is. But that's why I always try to tell people. So if you lose your healthcare coverage, you lose your dental coverage, you can go to the dentist office and there'll be a pamphlet right there that will say, because I've seen it all the time, for $15, $20 a month, this is what is covered. Cleaning, this, that, and the third. And you should be able to pay that for a little bit until the government gets themselves together. Or if you need something emergency that's going to cost $5,000, if you took care of your credit, then nothing down $100 a month for 10 months so you can get that done. Because you know how hard it is to go to work and make money when your teeth hurt, your eyes hurt, your nose hurt, your ears hurt. You think, I don't want to pay it. But yeah, you keep living with it. It's going to cost you more down the line of the day. Preparation is the key to everything, y'all. We hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So when things are going good in your life, prepare for they're not, because they are, as is going to happen. Go ahead, Damon.
I was going to say this. I just wanted to break this down. This is why, first and foremost, that they don't need to be giving out health coverage to illegal immigrants. This is why. You know what I'm saying? There is no excuse of why premiums should be skyrocketing, Medicare or Medicaid, the way that they are. And until, the one thing I do like that Trump do is he's taking away those benefits from illegal immigrants. There's no way they should be getting coverage that everyday Americans are not getting. Second of all, it's like they got to do something to fix this system. I don't know if you've been paying attention to all the fraud, welfare fraud, and health fraud going on in Minnesota. That they're saying, y'all need to look up into that. Y'all need to research what's going on in Minnesota. It's so much fraud, and they well, show proof. Where they're still gathering information, sir. Could you let them finish? They're still gathering information. When people, billions of dollars of fraud, of money being funneled to other countries. People coming over here from countries with not even a shirt on their back, and now all of a sudden they living in lavish houses and driving luxury cars. at the expense of tax dollars, of the American taxpayers. And then a lot of these benefits you or I can't even get. No matter how down bad we are, we couldn't get it. And so,
and a lot of that might not change anytime soon. The corruption, the fraud, the illegalism, none of that might not change anytime soon.
It's going to get worse. I think it's too late.
No, yeah.
I don't mean to be Debbie Downer. I don't mean to be pessimistic. I think it is far too late. I think, man, the way that this country probably once upon a time used to be, you know what I'm saying? They ain't never going to go back to that.
I don't know.
I don't see it. So
and
I
see
see
things. Have the common sense to prepare for that, right? You have to say, it's 2025. What do I need to do before 2030?
Sky, remember me making this statement, because I've never made this statement on this show. So I'm going to make it. I would like for you guys to look up Venezuela and have an understanding of the country of Venezuela. Because I'm talking about their inflation. They were once in the 1950s and earlier than that, one of the fourth richest countries in the world because of their oil. I need y'all to do research of how they went from one of the fourth richest to their inflation is 10 times worse than ours. So I need y'all to do that research, because personally, I think that's where we're headed. Like middle class, what middle class? We've been saying that for decades. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Sky, we've talked about this before. $20 an hour ain't shit anymore. Who would have ever thought that we would have said that?
That's true.
$20 an hour is like high school wages. In this economy, most people can't even afford an apartment.
Yep.
I did a video. I was watching a video the other day where they had a collage of videos where it was people talking about, there was one girl that was like, she had a 1-bedroom apartment, $1,360. She received a letter from the office, the rental office. Guess how much it's going up to?
23?
$3,900.
Come on, that's gouging. What state is she in?
That's what I'm saying. That's what's going on. I'm telling you, it's getting bad.
If that's legal or not. How you go from 1,300 to 3,900? Come on, man. That's
because when he's, you know, what happens is, and we always talk about this, because poor people be like, the rich people got to pay their due. They got to pay their due. Well, guess what the rich people gonna do?
What's that?
Whatever extra costs that they have, guess who's gonna pay for that? You think they're gonna pay for that?
No, they're gonna pass it down to you.
Your ass gonna pay for it. I'm just gonna add this, you know what I'm saying, to my total cost.
Right.
You're gonna pay for it. If I gotta pay more, you gotta pay more.
That's absolutely true. The
That's
only thing I don't like about it is if I force my customers to pay more and they quit paying, I still have to absorb that cost. So it's a pro and con to that. You know what I'm saying? So if my costs go up by $400 and I try to make them pay $500 so I can get that $100 profit, and they just say, we don't care, we ain't doing it, we're leaving, then I got to still absorb that. So yeah, it all falls downhill. But here's the thing that I've been liking about the rich is they are doing their due diligence. They are prepared for it. They have lobbyists that tells them the lawmakers are talking about this. They have people saying this person's about to get voted in. This person is running. They're thinking about changing these laws. They're thinking about middle class and poor people. They're sitting down watching the Kardashians. They're watching Netflix. They're watching Hulu. They're doing this. And then when it smacks them in the face, they want to cry victim. Why are you crying victim? Everybody has 24 hours in a day. You decide to want to go to the movies and watch Wicked, while this wealthy person decided he was going to keep up with the stock market, he was going to keep up with what the president is doing, he was going to keep up with the markets, and that's the difference. That is the difference. So if there is a split between the 1% and the 99%, They're not better than y'all. They walk on 2 legs and breathe oxygen just like y'all do. It's that they take their time to say, hey, we need to figure out what's going to happen by 2030. But everybody else is taking their time to go to the movies and watch Avatar. And no disrespect to Avatar.
But you're right. You're right. So, I mean, man, this is why it's important for marriage. Because it's not just about love and happiness. It's about having somebody that you can walk through the journey of life, and at the end, when you can no longer do it, you can look after them, and then they can look after you. That's it.
Come on.
That's it. Y'all think y'all kids got families. You think they're going to stop their lives to take care of you? And if they do, then you know what you're doing to them? You know how much bitterness you're going to cause with them? They got to pause their life to care for you? People think their kids are obligated to take care of them because I brought you into this world, I raised you. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. Your mate is the person that's supposed to be there for you in the way that y'all want your kids to be. But people be like, I'm doing good by being single. Okay. I mean, keep that same energy, man, when you ain't got the energy no longer to take care of yourself. Man, let's revisit that thought.
That is true. And you know why the world is the way it is? It's because there's going to be a lot of people in this world that will never get married. And even if they don't get married, even if they're like, well, I don't believe in marriage, we're going to just be together for 80 years without the license, that still ain't going to work out. Because eventually somebody's going to want to leave. Somebody's going to get bored. But I tell you, it is a blessing to find somebody that wants to spend the rest of their, whether you get married or not, to find somebody that wants to spend the rest of their life with you and deal with your BS until y'all both die. That's not even the American dream. That's a blessing. The American dream is here. That's the blessing that's here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's why they're miserable. Because they'll date, marry, have sex, have kids. And when they turn 80 and they're in a hospice, nobody's there to visit. Nobody's there to help take care of their bills. Nobody's there to wipe their butts. That's hell.
It's like, what's the point of the American dream if you ain't got nobody to share it with?
Man, come on. Preach.
You ain't got nobody to share it with. What are you chasing, really?
Nothing.
Who are you really trying to impress and please? You gonna tell me you happy like that? Oh, you own your own house. You got your own cars. You celebrating that by yourself. Nobody else cares. If you okay with that, I'm okay with it. Sky okay with it. The rest of the world okay with it. But are you okay with it? You just want to leave that.
And even when they do get married, divorce rates are so high. Then they get married again and get divorced. Get married again and get divorced. Then it's like, oh my God, is it me or is it them? Or man, I don't want to be 70, 80 years old on my 10th wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, this life is terrible, boy. I tell you what. But that's why I always tell people, don't let miserable people ruin your day. If they're miserable, if they're negative, cut them out your life. If they do a woe is me or victim's mentality, cut them out your life. Because misery loves company. When I've noticed that single, miserable people are always attacking happy married people. And it's just life, because you have something that they'll never have, whether it's a house, car, kids, marriage, insurance. You got something that they couldn't get and they don't know how.
Right. I mean, I guess people better prioritize what is really most important. I think that's the thing going into this year and beyond. Prioritize what is really, really important to you when it comes to life. I mean, really think about that. You know what I'm saying? Because so much of this stuff is temporary. And it don't have as much value as we give it.
That's true. Can't take none of that stuff with you, man. None of it. You need it to survive. You don't need it to die.
Right.
Oh, actually, hey, you really don't need it to live. You don't need it to die. You don't need it to live, but you just need it to survive. I get it.
Man, this is a great interlude into next week. Because next week I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to share to y'all my top story for this year. Have you started yours yet?
Yeah, I have about like 4 or 5, maybe 6. I gotta wind them down to 3. I might do 3 in an honorable mention, you know what I'm saying? And then you'll do yours. Are we gonna do one that the fans pick too?
We might do that. We might do that in an honorable mention. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So we can get the fans to do one. That could be our honorable mention. But if we don't get a fan to want to submit whichever one they like, then maybe we can. You do honorable, I'll do honorable. You know, just one that didn't make the cut, but it was right there, like a wild card team.
You know what? We'll pose that question.
Yeah.
I'll ask that question. What was your favorite story from the show this year? And whoever come up, we'll get an honorable mention. We'll take all the ideas, and then whichever one, when me and Sky put our hands together, and we like, you know what? That was a worthy story. And I'm actually interested to see if one of you guys come up with a story that me and Sky picked. So that's gonna be interesting too, because we did a lot of them.
Man, we've done a lot. Cause we do it like 6 subjects a show. So multiply that times. Well, we ain't done. How many weeks is it in a year? 52. We've missed some Tuesdays, but let's just say the average is 52 Tuesdays, right, in 1 year. If we do 5 or 6 subjects, you multiply that times 52, and that's how many topics we've talked about in a year.
And man, even put it in perspective, we do about at least 5. We do at least 5 topics a show. So in hindsight, let's just say that we only did 40 shows this year. Well, that 40 times, that's 400 stories we have done. So that's where we at. So we've done at least 400 plus stories.
And we got and even if they can't remember your YouTube page or my YouTube page, they're all on there. They're all on there with the topics, what we talked about. So you just want to go back and listen to us from back in May or February or January, you can do that.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what I have been doing. And I was like, oh, snap. I remember we was talking about that. I'm excited. I'm going to share with y'all before showtime, too. Probably on Monday, I'm going to tell y'all my stories. I'm going to put them on my storyline on my Facebook. So y'all want to know what I picked? I'm going to have them on my storyline.
That's what's up. That's cool. You know, it's a sad and a happy next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because, you know, hold on. When is New Year? Okay, that is next Thursday.
Tuesday.
So, next Tuesday, it'll be ending 2025, but we'll be going into 2026. So it's a happy and a sad ending at the same time. Because trust me, in January, whatever that Tuesday was in 2025, I don't think none of us fathomed what we would be talking about or doing in December 29, whatever the hell the date is, 2025. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just like, we got to get through tax season. We got to get through the summer. We got to get through the fair. We got to get through, you know what I'm saying? Halloween to get to this point, but we've made it.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I just want to tell y'all, man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. We appreciate it. You want to get a shout-outs, man, for everybody that tuned in?
You know, I always have to shout out. Okay. So let's give a shout-out to Mr. Joshua Sisson. Let's give a shout-out to Mr. Sosa, Iceman Sosa, and my Oracle and business partner, Rod Dent. And shouts out to Amber Phillips. Love you. And that's about it right there. Yeah, those are people who chatted in today.
Man, I just want to thank you guys for being with us, man, week in, week out. And last week, we missed last week because Metro schools, they had midterm exams. So my youngest daughter, you know, she was getting out the middle of the day. Usually when we do the show, so we end up having to cancel, but they on break now, thank God. And we will be here next week. So we're looking forward to celebrating with y'all and closing out the year and excited to step into a new year, man.
I'm thinking I might have a bottle of champagne sitting right here for y'all to see for the next show when we do our recap.
You know what? I'm going to do the same thing. Go ahead and do the same thing, Scott.
Pour a little, you know what I'm saying? You know, please drink responsibly. Yeah. But yes, I hope everybody have a Merry Christmas. I hope all the young kids, Santa Claus comes and visit y'all. To all the people and couples, man, y'all just make sure y'all enjoy each and every day, because tomorrow is never promised.
Most definitely, man. Just want y'all to remember, man, that if you woke up on this half of the dirt, claim victory over the day. And also remember, the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So, you know, just worry about the things you can't control. The things you can't, man, put them in God's hands, all right?
All right.
We are out, y'all. Peace. Till next week.